Hello my beautiful friends, it's Roseanne here from Roseanne's Crafting Corner. Anyway, today I've just received some new moulds. Oh, I'll just stop that from falling over. Right, I've got this, which is a nice little dragon. Looks as if it's asleep. So I want to be doing that. And if I put you down, I've got all these cacti. Lots of different shapes. And I've been watching other people use them and really fancied getting them and having a go, so I'm going to do them today, and I'm going to dust them first. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to get some mica powders, possibly a bit of chameleon. I hope you're all doing well. So I'll put them there to start with. So I'll have to get some brushes out and get dusting them with all the different colours. I stayed up last night till about 2 o'clock to watch a bit of Miss Frances with the Bead and Crazy Custom Creations. At the end of the night she was suffering quite badly with her back. Right, I'm back and I've dusted all of these. I'll give them a good tap out so that there's no stuff just hanging around. So I'm going to put the resin in this first. What I've used is does it say it is? It doesn't really give a colour, but it's quite a deep red. And to take away the see-throughness of it, I've used pigment purplish red, so you can see, you can still see through it a little bit, but it hopefully is dark enough for the chameleon powders and that, because I've used the black, I've used the browns, I've used the purples, so I thought I'd use the deep reds, because you don't have to stick to black on the back. Yes, it's a good colour to use, but you don't always want to be using the black, so I'm trying the red. Now I don't know, I should get a pouring one so that I'm not going to mess it up. Hopefully not. Get the cloth ready. Put some in. Now that is a good colour. See if I can give it a little squeeze. So I'm trying not to get it to go over the edge. Still nice and sunny out there. I'll get this all done and then take my little darling for a run on the field, because there's probably not going to be any other dogs on the field. And make sure there isn't, unless it's a dog that we know, of course, that she likes playing with, then it's a different matter. Right, now then, try and find out which side is higher than the other, if any. Oh, I've created a few bubbles, great, right there. Don't want them bubbles, thank you. See, I mean, it's up there, but it's not at the tail, so I'm going to have to get a few sticks. Put these to the front before I do anything else. Keep my area nice and clean. Now then, if I can put it to the back. And fill it up when it's up the back. Right, see how different it is at the back. Of course, it's that rubbery. It's going to stick to the worktop. Please don't. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to leave it there. Oh dear. So that needs something under there to even it up. That's evened it up a bit. Careful, 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 careful. Still see some bubbles just there. I think a little bit in the tail. Doesn't flow out anywhere else. Right, yeah, that's going to have to stay there. Micro brushes. Get some of them bubbles out of there. Just where I saw them. Now then, might be one there. Moved it over a little bit. Can I put a little bit more in the tail again? Or is it going to roll out? I think it might roll out. Especially there. Yeah, I think that's going to do for that. I didn't put any more in it, that's for sure. Right, the littlest. Let's see how I can do this. Where's my little micro brush? Where have I just put that? There it is. Because these will definitely need a little bit of assistance with the bubbles, with it having so many cracks and crevices. I wish there was an easy solution for back pain. Train your brain not to recognise flippant pain, if it were possible. Fingers crossed with that one. Where are you going? Okay. Right. Fill this one. Another reasonably easy one. Just this simple act of lifting your arm and pouring slowly is putting pressure on my spine. A lot of pressure. But I don't want to stop doing things like this because I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. Be ashamed to have to give it up after thousands of pounds I've spent on it. Literally. I mean, all the appliances, you're talking £200 for some of the appliances, and then £100 to £300 and sometimes more for the resin, and oh, blimey. And of course all your moulds, if you're talking £5–10 a time, sometimes £15–20 a time. And I've got well over 100 moulds. And then your tripods, cameras, microphones. Not that I've got a decent microphone yet. I still haven't found the scanning code for it. But I've bought no end of tables and containers and that to hold it all in. It's definitely not a cheap hobby. Definitely not. And of course I'm not doing it as a profession because I haven't got the space to do it as a profession. Even though I would like to sell what I make. You've got the advertising of it, taking it to craft fairs and one day I'll get it sorted where I know all the craft fairs that are going. It's just getting people to open up and let me know, because I don't know. Try to keep the bubbles down as much as I can while I'm doing them all. I think I've probably made far too much resins, so it means I can make something else, something nice. Maybe a trinket jar or something like that, because I haven't made a trinket jar for a while. Come on, one more drip maybe. Maybe just one more drip. Take it right up to the edge. That'll do nicely. Oh, the tiniest one's got the most bubbles. Ooh. That one's okay at the moment, I think. Maybe one there. There's a big one in the dragon. Make sure there's none in the feet. Right. That one has definitely got bubbles coming up again. That's going to have a little bit trimmed off the bottom, possibly, unless I can wipe it off. That was handy, it brought up some bubbles. Poke right into the edges, don't rub, just poke, and then you're not going to disturb any of the mica that's on the surface. That's enough for now. Right, how much have I got in there? Have I got enough to do this little one here? Or maybe that one there? Don't go too fast. That's how you get the air pockets. And my back's not straight again. Dear me. All the time I was on that medication that was stopping me from coughing and spluttering, my voice was absolutely brilliant. I was able to sing my heart out, which I've not really been able to do because of trying to breathe in between verses and it making me cough and splutter. But it had relieved me of all that, and I was really enjoying singing my heart out. Oh, look at all the bubbles that come on that. You see all them? Wow. Just give it a good poke down the bottom to make sure. Just top it up again because I've taken a lot out with the poking it. I've got to think of what I'm going to do with these succulents once they're done. I've seen some lovely scenes done with them. But I think mine will have to include some sort of pond, like a Zen garden or something. If I've got the right container to put it in, that is. Because I'll have to make that as well. It must still be a bit of dry mica powder in the bottom because it's still creating quite a few bubbles, but at least they're coming up, which is good. I don't really want to spray at them if I can help it. There again, I might have to. Right, get some more of that into there. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. I don't often stay around for the bubbles. I pop as many as I can and then I normally leave it alone. But it's about time I started doing it properly, so I've got to think of the cell factor. Are they gonna like it if it's got bubbles in it? I don't think so. I'm using my wrong hand. That feels awkward. Very awkward. I might have to take a little bit off of that one because it's a bit too high at one side. still want to empty it out a little bit. I don't want to do it too big because I'll end up making a mess. So if I just do it this way, just do a quick flip with it before it dribbles, it gets it over. No mess. Apart from one or two little dribbles there, that's neither here nor there. Do I do one more? Yep. That takes that away from there, hopefully. Might have a little bit of trim to do on that one. More bubbles. It's definitely the mica powder coming up because you can see the flashes of colour in the bubble. And we're still alright. I still need to put a tiny bit in there. Just a tiny bit. Oops. And I missed. But it's still on top of the thing, which is okay. A little bit in there. So far, so good. Now then, this one. This is going to be a doozy. And I think I'm going to have to do it slow because of how delicate and complicated it is. Now then, getting it into there. If it dribbles, it dribbles. Doesn't matter. As long as I don't get it on me. That's the problem. Getting it on me. Maybe should have done the outside first, maybe. I think. This is where I'm going to get my hands in a mess regardless because of how difficult it is. Slow, slow. Definitely a weird one, this one. Oh, don't run down. This one, oh, it's getting hot. Getting hot. Wish I lived out in the country where I could hear the birds. You don't hear many birds around here, apart from a few seagulls and pigeons. That's about it. This is where it gets awkward, because it's all of the sides. As long as it hasn't gone down over the bottom, because I don't want to have to prise it off the metal if I can help it. What a mess, 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 mess. Big bubble. Very big bubble. Now, come on. Oh, I've still got to do my feathers. I would have preferred to have a little bit of white for the ends of these feathers, but it doesn't matter. If I don't have it, I don't have it. Last time I did these feathers was one of the first things I made. I think it came in my first kit. I made a pair of earrings out of them with blue, green and white, and they looked really realistic. I don't think these ones are going to look realistic, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to. In the bin. I've seen a camera that's high definition and it's got a good mic with it and that. I think it's $39.99, something like that. So I think when I get my pension, I'm going to invest in a decent camera. So how did it get over there? Right, you're all right. You're a little bit on the bottom. A little bit on the bottom. A little bit round the edge. I don't normally take the edging off if it's over poured. I usually wait till it's all dried and I can trim it off, but I've watched a few and it seems that it's a lot easier if you do take some of the excess off before you let them dry. That is starting to pull over at this side, and it shouldn't be because I've raised it up. I didn't think I'd put too much in it, but possibly. More bubbles. Oh. Get that off the round bit. to be able to put the pins through without having to dig the hole. That's all right, that'll do nicely. Right, even more bubbles. Them three over there are still okay. There's a bubble just coming up there. Now then, I'm going to have to be a little bit quick before that dries up too much. We don't want a waste of resin, do we? Come on, make up your mind, make up your mind. Let's have a look, out of the way. Oops, don't want that on the floor. Let's see. That was a big bloop. I need another one of those. This is where I usually make the biggest mess, trying to get it out of the containers. So I've been looking for a decent cart or trolley to move my goods from one place to another, like if I'm doing a craft fair that's local. It has to be local, of course, there's no doubt about that. But I was watching what's the names, Northern, I mean, they get things from Tips and Seashore and other places, and they were out doing, I don't know whether it was a Seashore or whether it was like along a riverbank or what, but they'd found this huge bit of concrete. And well, concrete, it might not have been concrete, it might have been granite. Oh dear. And it looked as if it had been part of a very important building in its time. I think it was too big to be part of a gravestone because it was massive. I mean, it must have weighed over a ton. So the Patreons had helped pay for this cart, and it was one of those that you see them on Temu and other places, and with me looking for one, I thought, oh, I'll see how they get on with this great big bit of granite. And getting it into the thing was hard enough, and then they had to drag it a mile or so along the shore, and it wasn't flat. Believe me, it was rather up and down and bumpy. So, can I get that in there? Because that's going to be a bubble there. Oh, no, I can't. Get my fingers in it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Might as well put my other fingers in it. Right. I've got some more, so I can do something else. Let's see. Get rid of the stickiness of my fingers first. It's not quite so bad. And of course, they've managed to get it into the car and get it home, and they've placed it up against a wall where they've got plants and that growing in the farm. So it looks quite nice. Now, I'm going to lose the thread if I'm not careful. So, if it can carry a ton of granite or whatever it was, I'm sure it'll have been granite, because it had one of those urns on it. So it was very ornate. So I'm either going to go for that one, or there was another one with two. I mean, theirs had thick wheels. The wheels were about that thick, but they were only about that round. But I've seen another one and the wheels are like that big. There's two wheels on it, and I'm wondering if that might be the better option for carrying my resin stuff to the pub or wherever the craft fair is. I don't want to waste my money. I need to make sure it's going to last me. Now then, I need a smaller one. A smaller one. What is this? What is that? They're ending up getting covered in hair from when my hair was long, because it lingers, doesn't it? No matter what you do, your hair lingers in the air for a while. So I'm just going to pour the rest into this. I think it's a teddy or something. I don't think it's a rabbit, so. Oh, look at the amount of hair on it. Should have a sink in here, be helpful. in the mud. There's one gone in, just a little one. No, I think this is Lily's hair, because it's black. I don't have black hair. I've never had black hair. It's always been mousy brown. Mousy brown. Let's see if I can finish that. Right. Please finish it off. There's still going to be a tiny bit left, I think. Oh, I've well overdone it. Oops, no more. That's a hair trying to go into it, so we don't want that. Come on, out you come. That's it. And I'm hoping that that one stays like that and doesn't start to harden. Can keep it to domed effect, I'll be happy. Earrings. Earrings, earrings. Oopsie daisy, get back up on there. You go back in there. Should be down. We should be up. Do a red fish. Couple of red fish. We'll see. I'm almost done, Lily. Almost done, darling. I might get the smaller one done. Come on. Don't set on me yet. Slow down, slow down. Stop wiggling. Don't wiggle. Come on. Slow but sure. That's it. Oops. Too much. the spine you go. Slow down so you can come into the tail. Come on, you're doing all right. Doing fine, doing fine. Make sure there's no gaps in a minute. Right. Hi there, I've just come into my craft room before I go to bed. I've had a busy day today because my son's been around and he's done a bit of weed killing for me up my back, and he's taken my TV off my bedroom wall, so I won't be watching TV till 5 o'clock in the morning anymore. So if I want to watch any of the lives, I'm going to have to stay up and watch them instead of trying to watch them in bed. Anyway, I've got a lot of demoulding to do, so I thought I'd come in and sort that out before I go to bed. So I'm just going to pop you down so you can see what's to be demoulded. I think that's probably about right. Now then, I'll start with the little ones. That's not finished. That was just, well, some of them are, but it was just using it what was left. Now then, so this is a succulent. Looks as if it's going to need a little bit of trimming because there's a bit of excess on there. So it's not taken on the colours that I put in. So that rules the red out as a backing when you're using the chameleon powders and that, because that's just totally wiped them out. You don't find out these things until you try them anyway, so right, I'll do this one next. It's a tall one, this one. Yeah, I think they've all been wiped out, all the colours. Not that it matters. Not this time, because I don't really need these for anything at the moment. Let's see if I can get it out without breaking any bits off. Push it out from the bottom. I mean, they look nice, even though they are just the red. But never mind. Now then, which one should I try next? The flat one. Yeah, a little bit of trimming to do on that one. Right. This one next. Ah, now this one has. I wonder why them ones didn't then. Did I actually dust them ones or did I forget? I'm sure I dusted them. Oh, this is definitely better. It's quite nice because it's got the gold on the outside and it's got a darker colour on the inside, as if there's a flower gonna pop up. Needs a bit of trimming, and I can see one place where there's maybe been a bubble just up at filling in, so that's that one. Right, let's have a look at this one. Let's hope this is coloured as well. Oh, yes, this one's coloured nicely. Strange. Oopsie daisy. Where did that go? Oh. Right. Oh, now that's pretty. Pretty colours with the deep pink and then the darker colour as you go in. Lovely. Now then, which one? Oh, I'll do this one. Another one that's kept the colour. That's good. Just a little bit of trimming to do on that, and that's fine. That's a cute little one. So I'm sure I'll be able to use them in something. Right, this one's got a bit of trimming off to do as well. And I did this one with purple. That's gorgeous. I'm quite enjoying that. Right, I think I'll do the feathers next. Oh, not bad. You can see it's two-tone. Not too clearly, but you can just make it out. A little bit of trimming maybe on that. It's a shame it's gone high at the same side on both of them. It would have been better if it had gone high on the opposites. I prefer that with earrings. Now then. Getting this one out. Let's have a look. Lots of excess on this one because it was quite difficult to fill with it being cupped around itself. But now then, that is weird. Oh, that's really weird. Have I just split it all? Or wasn't it attached? Or was it a totally different cactus inside? Oh, I don't know. That's weird. How do I get this out without breaking it? If I can. Oh. Difficult. Oh, heck. Now that one's split a bit. So I don't know. Weird. Weird and wonderful. So that's the bit that was in the centre. But and that was on the outside. So that, does that go that way around? Do I have to? Yeah, I think I should have filled it up. Can I put it back in and try filling it up? Probably not. Oh well, never mind. I'll try and fill it up another way because there's quite a lot of holes around it, so I couldn't just do it that way. Now that was confusing because I thought it was one cactus with a centerpiece, and all the time it wasn't. Oh well. You live and learn. So I'll have to sort that piece out. Nice though, nice colours. fish. Hopefully there's no bubbles around the fins. No, that's come out perfect. Very nice. I've got a lot of cleaning on the surface to do there. You have to be so gentle with these when you take them out, because there's always a chance that you're going to break the fins off. So you've got to be so careful. But again, another perfect fish. Just a little bit of trimming to do, and that's okay. I like doing the fish. I was watching, what was it, Dragons something Emporium. She was doing the koi, 3 koi today. So I was watching that, and oh, she did a fantastic job of them. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, I've made a little red baby. I didn't know that was a baby. Oh, well, I know now. Just a little bit of trimming to do on the edge of that one. Oh, wow. While my son Thomas was here, he'd had a message from my youngest boy, Richard, and of course he lives in Nottinghamshire, and he works from home, and he found out that Thomas was round here and decided to give us a video call, which was absolutely lovely. I mean, all my kids seem to go through depression and that, similar to me. All the bad points from me. Oh, he's lost a bit of his ear. There must have been a bubble in his ear. That's probably the one I was trying to poke at, and the resin tried to come over the top. But it's okay. That one. I'm going to have to get my son to do it next time he's over, because that is ridiculous. I hope this one's nice and colourful, because I did a lot on this. Oh, yes. So there's the sleepy dragon. That's a nice one. Nice sleepy dragon. Is there any bubbles in it? I'll have to paint his eyes. A little bit of extra resin here and there. Yeah, I'll have to paint his eyes. Now then, are they supposed to be like that, or were they bubbles? Looks as if there's been bubbles right in the ends of the horns on his head, because there's like little open bits. But that's nothing, that's easy dealt with as well. But I can't see any bubbles apart from them on there. So next time I do it, I'll have to remember about that and get the little micro brush in there to make sure it touches the bottom. Right, so that's it. Apart from that, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, unless I can get somebody to take it off for me, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get that. I mean, it is so tight round there, it's unbelievable. one last shot at it. And then it's time for bed. Get it over the top and try to keep it there. Get it over the top again and try to keep it there. No, I'm losing the other. Get it off that first bump, I'd be all right. That great big bump. No, that's it. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got for now. Got my fish, my feathers, my cacti succulents. I need to do something with that one, but the rest of them are okay. And I just need to do a little bit on the dragon's head. Everything else is absolutely spot on. Okay, guys? I might pop into my craft room tomorrow, see what